How does PISA, the Programme for International Student Assessment, work? Although it's the brainchild of the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, based in Paris, France, the assessment is designed by education experts from around the world. In fact, since the programme began in 2000, every one of the more than 80 economies that have participated in PISA have contributed some of their best minds to creating a test the whole world can take. The assessment tries to find out whether students can apply what they have learned in school to real-life situations. It covers science, reading, mathematics, and some more innovative subjects like collaborative problem-solving or financial literacy. Countries volunteer to participate in PISA. If a country is not equipped to take part in such a large-scale assessment, regions of that country may participate on their own. Once a country is approved by the PISA Governing Board, individual schools are chosen based on stringent criteria to represent all 15-year-old students in that country. Students who participate in PISA are randomly chosen from among all the 15-year-olds enrolled in grade 7 or higher in the selected schools. They take the test in the same language they use in their normal classes. Students aren't asked to recall dates and names they may have memorized. Instead, they are asked to interpret texts, solve mathematics problems, or explain a phenomenon scientifically using their knowledge and reasoning skills. Students aren't given individual reports on how they did on the PISA test, but their scores count towards a national mean score. Despite what you may hear every 3 years when PISA results are announced, PISA is not just about ranking countries. It's about showing whether school systems are becoming more or less effective in preparing their students for further study or for work. It's about learning whether 15-year-olds are acquiring the social and emotional skills they'll need to thrive, like knowing how to work and communicate with others. And it's about taking the results of the assessment, translating them into millions of pieces of data, and putting those pieces together to create a picture of what the most effective education systems look like. In the end, these systems are the ones in which all students, not just the most advantaged, are given the best opportunities to learn and the greatest support in realizing their potential. PISA aims not only to show how these systems are constructed, but to encourage countries to learn from each other's experience in building fairer and more inclusive school systems.
What do students know, and what can they do with what they know? More than 500,000 15-year-olds took part in the OECD's latest global education assessment, known as PISA. The main focus was on math, a subject that is so crucial for social and economic progress. What returns are they getting on their investment? Asian economies filled the first 7 places. Top performers, like Shanghai in China and Singapore, even extended their lead since the last PISA test. Some countries, like Qatar, Kazakhstan, and Malaysia, have improved a lot, but from low levels. And some countries that have invested in education reform have seen strong results, including Israel, Brazil, Turkey, Mexico, Portugal, Italy, Poland, Germany, and Greece.
It is vital to give every student a chance to succeed, and the best performing education systems show that's actually possible. They have high expectations for every student. They attract the most talented teachers into the most challenging classrooms. And they combine professional autonomy with a collaborative culture across teachers and schools.
The PISA test revealed the impact of efforts by some countries to help their weakest students. Between 2003 and 2012, Brazil, Mexico, Tunisia, and Turkey saw a significant drop in the share of students performing at the lowest levels, as did Poland and Germany. They managed to narrow the gap between high and low-performing students. Some increased equity too, as many low performers are from the poorest families.
PISA shows a clear gap between the genders. It's in favor of girls when it comes to reading, in favor of boys when it comes to math. And the math gap is particularly wide among the top performing students. in favor of boys. What's worrying is that the gap is not just in performance, it's also reflected in the attitudes of girls. Girls have lower expectations of themselves, lower aspirations in math, and lower dispositions. And that in itself can become a very important barrier for their future success.
The OECD's PISA test shows that every country can improve its education system, even the best. Investing equitably is essential.